Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright Trials and Tribulations. Today, we're gonna try to break Viola's pysche-lock here. So, I think we already went to the first one, and now we need to present this one, right? Yeah, okay. We failed it the first time, but then I figured out what it actually was. I have here a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that the car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This is a bill made out to the Cadaverinis. Cadaverinis? I should have really looked up that comment that showed me how to pronounce this. Yeah, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the family is very strong, and here's why. Well, I guess hers would make more sense. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, did you not? It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. It was a motorbike or something like that. You hit the tiger? Okay. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but I took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can't imagine. There's no airbags in that thing? So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. You are a liar! They ran away, or so I heard. Wait, really? I mean, we're still in your pysche-lock, but that was clearly the phony Phoenix. If they had stayed, I'd have... Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... I mean, it's totally gonna be the tiger, right? It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident? Dots. It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. Okay, but you do believe it. We collided, the motorboat and my car. Motorboat? Huh? Motorbike. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all, is he? It was the tiger who caused Viola the crash. I can feel it in my bones. Plus, one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in the traffic accident on his bike. It would be his bike. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on the scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. So then the rear wheel guard as well. And like the mirror. Just kind of surprised it wasn't more damaged, to be honest. You know the truth, don't you? This repair bill was paid by Burio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. I feel like a Mafia/Yakuza family wouldn't have trouble paying for the medical bill. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyways, it was the tiger who paid for it, right?
After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him.
Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but for someone else. Did you want to get into good graces with her grandfather? You know, I do feel bad for her. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you're his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money?
$1 million.
$1 million? That is expensive. I mean, I don't know exactly what they did to you there. When my mom had her brain aneurysm and the surgery there, without insurance, it would have cost, I believe, the final figure was like $160 some odd $1,000, which insurance tried to deny first because they're assholes, and they were like, "Oh, you need a recommendation for this or a referral," and that was a fun little call where I was screaming at them like it was emergency, life-saving brain surgery. What do you mean we need a fucking referral? Anyways, that was 3 years ago, so, you know, I'm still angry about that.
4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure.
Oh, really? Well, I guess if she's recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. That's true, actually. I mean, it took... And brain aneurysm is different, but head injuries can lead to brain aneurysm, hemorrhages, and stuff like that. And generally speaking, it's more of what those things cause that take a while to like recover if you survive from it. Let's just put it that way. If you survive from it, it takes a while to recover from. So I'm assuming, since she has a full head of hair, it wasn't that bad. It is anime, of course. So
they said the operation cost $1 million.
$1 million?
My grandfather ordered the Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation.
Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. Compensation.
I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not because of my grandfather.
That is a big teardrop.
But I knew that it wasn't really true. Well, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him.
You helped him? In what way?
Here, take these.
What are these? Medical papers?
I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer he simply couldn't refuse.
Alright. Payment was due last year. December, I'm assuming.
Wow, I feel so bad for Viola. Viola?
It's inexcusable. Huh? There are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Well, yes. I too consider betrayal pretty inexcusable for the most part. I don't really have poisoning on that list. I kind of have it summed in with like murder. There's a bunch of other stuff on that list too. But only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. More just murder. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah! I don't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Repair bill thrown into the trash. Nothing else here. Alright. Vitamin Square. You have nothing new. almost certainly not going to want to see that. Alright. Très bien. Up!
Ah, bonjour! I've been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong!
Good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Oh, it's the tiger. Well, he has a gun and said to use fellas. Oh, it was a tiger eating a dragon.
Oh, it's Zenop!
Who you calling Zanoop?
Ah!
Come at him from under the table, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? You want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers, now. Uh-oh, I think he wants Viola's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Ms. Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she'd help you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You don't want to know what's sad? I'll tell you what's sad. It ain't only her face. She's kind of pretty. If she wasn't, like, looking like she's about to stab someone. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm gonna expose what you did to get that $1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's two of us here. You got that too.
Oui.
Mr. Armstrong?
Forgive me. Just whatever. I cannot argue with him.
Did I just get beat up by Armstrong and the tiger? Ugh. That really hurt. Is that all you got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get the lighter. Wait. Maya, stab him in the nuts. Don't take it too hard, Phoenix Wright. Maya, scissors into his junk. There's gotta be scissors somewhere around here. That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down, and I should always make backups. And I shouldn't have stopped here without making backups of those papers. Those medical papers were vital. Evidence. Hold it, pal! Detective Gumshoe! Detective! You think you're gonna stop me, copper? I beat it! Whoa! Come here, Gumshoe, get it together! You guys, get out of here! Leave this guy to me! But, go, pal! Take this! If you get hurt, who's gonna look after Maggie, pal? Alright, thanks, Gumshoe.
Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind!
I'll get even with that guy tomorrow in court. Headliners going down. Well, thanks, Gum, for saving the day. That's not the first time he's done that, though, has it? Wasn't... Oh, shit, when was it? Was it the first game? Or the second game? There was a moment when Gumshoe came in and saved us. From, like... Was it Gumshoe? Oh, shit. I guess it has been a while since I played. Huh. January 8th. Woo.
Good morning, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Good morning, Maggie. So, what do you think is going to happen today, sir? Yesterday's session didn't go so well and ended up on a giant mystery.
That's true. And we still haven't solved a single part of it yet.
Are you okay, Nick?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Yeah, of course.
I saw that little flash of doubt in your eye.
No. That wasn't doubt. That was, determination.
Why don't I believe you? It's nearly time, Maggie. You better get going to the defendant's seat. Roger, don't let me down, Mr. Wright. I'm counting on you.
I don't plan on letting you down. Hey, pal! Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Quit stressing Maggie out. She doesn't need that. How did you know she was stressed? I was watching through the doorway. Oh. You look like you lost the case already. Show a bit of confidence, will you, pal? Here, maybe this will help.
Oh, have you taken up aromatherapy too?
Not in a million years, pal. Don't tell me that you don't remember this thing. Come to think of it, I was the one that gave it to him, so yes. There's a small bottle that turned up in Trebian's kitchen a couple days ago. Wow, look at these little bottles. Oh, they're aromatherapy oils. He's got so many, they're overflowing on the floor. Hey, wait a minute. Yeah, okay, we know. Is it the cyanide? Is it cyanide? We finally got the analysis back from the lab. So, what's in it? Is it the poison? I'm afraid not, pal. Oh. It's medication. Oh! The air medication. Yeah, for ears. Topical use only, apparently. For ears? You mean... Yeah, it's the medication Godot was using for his ruptured eardrum. What was Godot's ear medicine doing in the kitchen? So what about the unidentified fingerprints? Anything on that? Someone screwed up, so they only had time to analyze the contents of the bottle. Another hour and they might have gotten something on the prints, but... That's gonna weaken its impact as a piece of evidence. Okay, pal, this is it! Make sure your defense is impregnable today, got it? I'll take my birth control. Today's trial, I'm gonna expose that guy for what he's done. Or my name isn't Phoenix Wright. We'll have to change to Phoenix Left. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Ready and waiting as always, Your Honor. Very good. Then let's get this. We'll get underway at once. Yesterday we heard the testimony of Mr. Victor Godot. He claims to have witnessed the defendant putting a powder into the victim's coffee. However, the witness's testimony was plagued with a number of problems. The mark on the rim of the cup shows that the victim drank from it with his right hand. But according to the old man's testimony, he picked it up with his left hand. Thank you, Mr. Godot. Furthermore, according to the witness's account, the victim was listening to the radio with an earpiece in his left ear. Yet the victim's left eardrum was ruptured, which made him effectively deaf in that ear. It's amazing how many contradictions a single case can have, huh, Nick? Allow me to enlighten you, Your Honor. The world, you see, keeps turning, and we must turn with it. You've lost me already, Mr. Godot. Don't let mysteries of yesterday's mystify you today. Only losers think like that. You gotta change with the times. That's one of my rules. You are the worst lawyer. What? Are you implying that you've resolved these contradictions? You know the answers to these riddles. Oh, that's what he was implying? Oh, I thought he was just telling us to forget about it. Yo, guy wasn't just throwing seeds in here. He was throwing us off the set. Oh, okay. And today I'll prove it. Very well, let the first witness take the stand. Oh my god. And you are... Oh, bonjour everyone! I am Jean Armstrong, the owner and head chef of Trebien Restaurant in Chelsea. That is quite the arch in your back. Forgive me for asking, witness, but are you a woman? Oh la la, monsieur. As you can see, I am a pert and perky gentleman, no? On the day of the incident, you were in Trebien's kitchen. Isn't that right? Oui, monsieur. Everything feels right. Ha! Wow, he's totally unfazed. Does anything intimidate this guy? We have a couple times when his headset kind of like started smoking. Very well, your testimony please, witness. Please tell the court what happened that day on Trebien. Oui! Voltron! I don't fucking know. Oh, man. When it all happened, there were 2 customers in my restaurant. I remember I was experimenting with some new art decors that the day. Like having a large mirror between the table, for example. Oui, perhaps it was a little, was what the old man was looking at. Oh, okay. That would make sense if you weren't a fucking liar, Armstrong. The cup, the air set, the earpiece, and the glasses. You would have seen everything in reverse, no? Also, those weren't mirrors, those were partitions. Mirror? Oui, a gun mirror. The most enormous mirror. Oh, are you saying it was just that day? And you switched it out, and suddenly the mystery disappears. Like I said, the world keeps turning, so roll with it. That would explain the coffee cup and the earpiece conundrum. The mirror would have made everything appear back to front. What the heck? It's way too early in the morning for this to be happening to me. And now then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright, well, we're gonna press everything, because we got to. Press. And who were the two customers exactly? Of course, the young man who died. And the other, not-so-young man. You are referring to yesterday's witness, I presume. What about the other man Maggie saw that says she saw at the table? Something tells me Mr. Armstrong isn't planning to disclose his existence. We need some hard evidence at first before we can bring him up, don't we? I guess I'll just have to try a different approach for the time being. You were experimenting with art decor? How come I never heard about that before today? You're not familiar with the language of interior design, monsieur. Please stay on topic. Now, why didn't you tell the court about this before? But I did, just a few moments ago. Excuse me, Mr. Armstrong. This deco you mentioned, are you referring to some sort of decorator? No. Art decor. It is in style design, Your Honor. He's talking about interior design. Walls, ceilings, carpets, mirrors on the ceiling, that sort of stuff. Mirrors on the floor. Ah, yes, of course, that decor. I was trying to achieve a more effeminate look to my restaurant. I was putting the most bold remodeling of the decor. Right. How big of a mirror are we talking about here? Woof! Something about 4 meters wide and about 2 meters high? That's a wide mirror. That's like 12 feet wide, right? Be like 6 feet tall. That's not unheard of. 12 feet wide. Let's see, if a meter is about 1 yard, holy glass in a frame, that's huge. Man, you just confused my own goddamn math in my head. Yes. So a meter is 1 yard. Yes. It's also 3 feet. Yeah, give or take. God damn it. I was intending to install it in the ceiling eventually. The ceiling? Was there a mirror on the ceiling? I don't remember. No, but I decided not to go through with it in the end. What should I do? Should I ask him more about the mirror or not? Sure. Really had such a large mirror in the restaurant. Someone would have noticed it. There's nothing about a mirror in Mr. Godot or Maggie's bird testimony. Objection! You didn't ask, Trite. You have only yourself to blame for such sloppy work. What? A mirror was delivered to Travian the day before the incident. Really? As Mr. Armstrong testified, he was carrying out some design changes. As it turned out, he didn't actually use the mirror in the end. This just doesn't add up. Even a mirror was delivered to Travian. It doesn't prove that it was in the restaurant on the day of the crime. If you want to doubt someone, try it. Look in the mirror. I'm sure the person looking back at you will be dubious enough. So the witness yesterday had seen the victim reflected in a mirror. Normally, I expect people to know the difference between a reflection and a real object. Objection. Normally? How does normality come into this? That's lame, Trite. Even for you. That's a valid point, actually. Are you trying to say that if something isn't normal, it isn't possible? Is that it? Yes. If you're not normal... I'm not even gonna go ahead with that joke. Where does that leave the porcupine-headed lawyer and the top-knit chick over there? And the ungodly cool guy on the mask over there? Oh, where? Can you point him out to me? Well, Trent. Not the hair. I don't have a top knot! Mr. Godot is correct. A lack of normality is no bias for discounting an argument. Man, logic has won the day! I mean... they would probably go into a little bit more depth for that. Everything. He would have seen everything in reverse. Hey, Nick, we should take a second and think about what Mr. Old C said in the testimony. How did he phrase it again? Bola was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the lens. Oh, so yeah. Okay, so I should probably have to present something there. Probably Glenn's profile, right? To show that the earpiece and the lens would be on the left side.
If he saw everything he described reflecting in the mirror, then everything he said he saw on the left was actually on the right, huh?
And that clears up all the problems with his testimony, I guess. Or does it? It's kind of hard to believe everything's the fault of the mirror, but
Think you'll see he saw everything through a reflection?
if he did, it would explain all the contradictions in his testimony.
But that just makes the situation worse for Maggie. There's gotta be something in that old man's testimony where we've just gotta dig deeper.
I mean, we just saw it. So I'm pretty sure I need to present, yeah, Glenn's profile here. Music stopped. The coffee cup, the earpiece, the HMD. Let's think back over Mr. Godot's testimony for a second, shall we? I mean, we literally just went through this. So, to summarize, we were told that both the HMD and the earpiece were on the victim's left side. Now, if Mr. Godot saw all that as a reflection in the mirror, it means both the HMD and the earpiece were actually on the victim's right side.
Exactamente. You see, Monsieur, now that you think about it, it's not a little hard, no?
Unfortunately, that's where we run into a monumental contradiction with the facts. If Mr. Godot really did see everything in a mirror, why is it the HMD is now on the wrong side of his head? Order! Mr. Wright is correct. Of course I am. The witness generally observed the victims reflected in the mirror. Then we would expect the victim's earpiece to have been on the right eyepiece to be on the right eye.
How bitter. Try it. You should have a taste of this bitterness. I'll calm you down in no time.
Are we talking about your coffee or something completely different?
You don't understand the way the witness thinks.
How he thinks. You remember this, I presume? I broke the vase, sorry, apology. I mean, Mr. Godot's sworn testimony.
Exactly. The old man has one very grievous habit, other than throwing seeds. The more of an impression something makes, the more muddled his mind makes it. And what's the most striking thing about Mr. L?
Lately, it's the victim's eyepiece.
And that's my point. The old man strikes again. Mr. Alexander made a big impression on the old man. I saw the earpiece and those newfangled spectacles that he was wearing. Oh yes, they were both on his left ear. You hear that? His left ear. Ha! Well, try it.
Well, we got a picture of him with it on his left ear. That's the worst, but the best impression of Godot ever.
Wow, I really thought that was old CD for a minute there. Godot's good.
Enough. I must agree that yesterday's witness was irresponsibly rash in much of his testimony.
Bad luck, Nick. Looks like the boil of the contradiction you found is just a rash.
A mirror can't be beaten by a handful of seeds. No, yes it could. Yes it could. There are some very hard seeds out there that could shatter a mirror.
No can a lie. So, what exactly was the old man looking at? Fill us in, Mr. Armstrong. Go on, tell the court. We're all ears. Oui, I can explain, please. If you will look at the plans of the restaurant.
Oh, the mirror testimony? Well, that's totally gonna be like next time though. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all then. Have a great day. Bye.